This friend, boys and girls, this is a former Hilliard teacher, Mr. Weaver, but today we're going to call him Farmer Weaver because we are outside on Mr. Weaver's farm here, and he is going to take us on a wonderful field trip to show us all about the chickens that we had last year. And we're going to learn a little bit more about where our chickens are going to be going. So, without much further ado, everyone, can you guys give some spirit sprinkle waves to Mr. Barry Weaver? Can you guys give him some spirit sprinkles, Mr. Weaver? Woohoo! Good morning, Mr. Weaver.
Good morning, Mrs. Rip, and all of you good Beacon Elementary students. It is good to see you again.
It's
I
wonderful
am,
to see you.
go ahead.
Yes.
I'm, as Ms. Rip said, you can call me Farmer Weaver, or there's one amongst you that calls me Granddad Weaver, because Emerson Weaver, who is in Ms. DeGennaro's class, is my granddaughter. And I love her so much. And she calls me Granddad Weaver. So if you want to call me Granddad, you can call me that also. We're here at Prairie Pond Farm. That's what I call my place. And it's a beautiful spring morning, and I'm walking around the barn right now. You can't see the barn because the camera's on me. Just walking around the barn here. Let me see if I can flip the camera. Got to put my glasses on. I bet some of you wear glasses. They're wonderful and they're troublesome at the same time. There we go. There's the barn. There's some of Granddad's plants. Those are hops. Here's where Granddad has some of his tomato plants that he's getting started to plant out very soon. There's the big barn door. Let's go in the barn. Here we go. Now I'm going to open the door to the chicken coop. Long ago, my daughter and I painted this on the door. Home sweet chicken home. Let me turn on the light. Oh, there it is. Now, this is the chicken coop. And last year at this time, those chickens that you see were little baby chicks. Look at them now. In 1 year, they're all grown up. What do you notice on the floor of the chicken coop?
Goodness, that's not grass.
No, that's not grass. That is, they're pine shavings, and it's called bedding. Bedding, Bedding. And you know where you sleep at night? That's right, in your bed. This bedding makes a nice bed for chickens. So if you were a chicken, you could snuggle down into this bedding and be a happy chick. What else do you notice inside the coop? Let me open this door. Look out, chicks. Wonder what that is. If you guessed that's a chicken feeder, you guessed correctly. This is chicken feed. If you were a hungry chicken, you would love to eat this. Just like going to McDonald's. What's that? 1, 2, 3. Those look like Easter eggs. What are those Easter eggs doing in there?
Are your chickens laying colorful eggs, Mr. Weaver?
Well, they do lay colorful eggs, but why would Granddad Weaver, Farmer Weaver, put these Easter eggs in these little cubbies? I bet you have some ideas. I'll give you a moment to think about that. Why does Farmer Weaver put the Easter eggs in these little cubbies? That's right. Some of you were saying, well, that's their eggs. That's correct. That's where I want them to lay their eggs. Problem is, some of the chickens lay their eggs wherever they want to, like right there. Do you see that? That is a chicken egg.
Wow.
Yeah, look at that. It doesn't look like a chicken egg from Kroger's or Giant Eagle or Aldi's. It looks like a chicken egg from Granddad Weaver's farm. They're a little different color. But this hen, that's what you call a grown-up female chicken, a hen. This hen did not use the laying boxes with the Easter eggs in them. She just took a squat right here and laid an egg. I just can't seem to get her trained, but we're going to keep practicing and we're going to keep working just like you do when you need to learn something new. Got one more thing to show you in the coop. What's that?
Oh, goodness. I've never seen something like this before. This looks interesting.
Well, let me see if you can get underneath. See those?
Oh. Is it water?
Can you see that water on my finger? The chickens come, this is a waterer. I made it. I bought these fittings, and the chicken comes under here and hits this with their beak. And little bits of water stream out of that fitting. See that? You might think, oh, did you hear that rooster? That's a lot of work to get a
Clever.
drink.
That's really clever, Mr. Weaver. I love that you've made your own watering system for your chickens. That's awesome.
Well, Granddad's a maker and a creator, so anything I can make, I do. And do you know what that is? That is, well, yes, some of you saying that's a ladder. You're correct. It's an old wooden ladder. But I put it inside the coop because at night chickens like to roost. To roost means they jump up here and they sleep on this chicken roost. They like to be up off the ground at night when they sleep. That's right, mister. Hey, Mrs. Rip, is it okay if we walk over and Granddad can show you where we're making a new coop for the little baby chicks?
Yes. Oh my gosh. I'd love to see where our new baby chicks are going to go. Oh my goodness. It's so great to see our chicks from last year. They're so big now.
They are.
They look so happy.
They're happy. They're healthy. And these two chickens or hens are getting ready to lay. That's what they do when they get ready to lay. And that, I wonder why different.
Yeah.
You think on that, children. Why that chicken looks so different. Let's go to this other area. We're going to make a spot for the new chicks. Okay. Now, right beyond that wall is where we just were.
Oh.
Right beyond that wall is the chicken roost and the laying box and the waterer and the chicken feeder and all that nice, soft bedding. Now, I want to back up here and you can see what Granddad's done. What do you notice?
Oh, there's a chicken walking through. And it looks like there's a little bit of a fencing area here so that, is there more bedding on the ground too?
Well, I'll let you answer that.
Hmm.
Can you see that? Oh, what's this?
What is that? Hmm.
Tractors of premium pine shavings.
Oh,
Who remembers what we call that, what that bedding is made of? That's right, shavings. And it comes from wood, actually. It's little tiny strips or shavings from wood. So what we're going to do is, and Mrs. Rip is right, I did put a fence in to separate the new little chicks that are coming in soon from the big chickens. There are 5 hens and 1 big old rooster, and I want to keep them separated. Children, you ever go out on the playground and you're playing with, you usually play with the kids in your class or your age group, and maybe on another part of the playground is the big kids?
yeah.
You do that. Well, the big kids kind of keep with the big kids and the little kids keep with the little kids because they just play better that way. And that's the same way with chickens.
Oh.
They play better if I keep them separated, the little baby chicks from the grown-up chickens. They play better until those baby chicks get grown up. Then I'll put them all together. Just like on the playground, you probably don't go out and play with the big kids.
Very true.
Okay, let's see here. Before we spread these shavings, looky here.
Oh. It looks really close to what our water drinker looks like for our little baby chicks.
Yep. And I'll hang that from this chain here. You can see that clasp.
Yeah.
I'll hook that to that clasp and it'll hang there. I'll have to make it a little lower, but that'll keep the little chicks from wading through the water and doing their business in the water and all of that. That wouldn't be healthy.
Yeah. We have to change out our water frequently because of that.
Yes. Well, if you hang it, then they aren't able to get up in it and make it nasty.
Yeah. Ooh.
What's this?
It almost looks like an ice cube tray, but I'm guessing it's not an ice cube tray, Mr. Weaver.
Not an ice cube tray, Mrs. Rip, but you're thinking. I remember that about you. You're always thinking. And that's a good thing. I want you children to always be thinking, please. This, as some of you may have guessed, is the chick feeder. I'll put the chick feed through those holes, and they can stick their little tiny heads and even littler, tinier beaks inside there and get their food. I also have another feeder that I sometimes use with chicks. So if we take some video at another time, you might see a different style of feeder here. Well, what do you say we open up this bale of shavings and spread it out on this concrete so we can get a nice, soft, fluffy place for our new chicks. Can we do that, Ms. Rip?
Oh, I think that sounds exciting. Let's get things ready for our baby chicks because you'll be able to take them home. We'll be able to deliver them to the farm next week for you.
Wonderful. Well, we'll have it all set up, and you and the children can help right now, okay?
All right, let's help everybody.
Let me see where I can put my phone. No, that's not working. Opening it up.
Oh, I see. That's a really big bag of shavings. Oh my goodness.
Yep. They call this a bale of shavings.
A bale of shavings.
Because they bale these up, they pack these in real tightly, like a hay or straw bale that you might see at a farm or at a garden center.
We've used bales of hay in our IDC there at Beacon before as well when we were stuffing scarecrows.
Yeah, that's the same idea. But this is a bale of shavings. Now, get these out of here. Oh, you're okay, rooster. Those roosters, they're always strutting around and showing themselves off.
I think the rooster likes to be on the camera here.
Of course. No humility with the roosters. Okay, let's start.
Okay. Yes.
Boy, I wish the kids were here because they could start kicking the shavings out. That's the fun part. I just like to kick. See it?
Oh, I see it. Now, wait a second. I bet that doesn't smell like grass, does it?
Does not smell like grass. It smells, if you've ever been around somebody that's been cutting, maybe making something in a wood shop, it smells like that when you're cutting that kind of wood.
Like when they've cut down a tree. My neighbor got a tree cut down yesterday. Yeah.
It's similar to that. You see how I'm just.
It's very fluffy looking. It almost looks like wooden snow. Wow, look at that. And it looks just like what we've got there for bedding for our little baby chicks there in the IDC. This looks amazing.
There we go. Oh, okay, children, here's what I want you to do. Pretend that you're grabbing hold of this plastic with both hands. And on 3, we're going to pull it off. 1, 2, 3, pull!
Ah!
Pull!
Oh, we get it!
Now, let's just kick it around here.
Wow.
And let me take my trusty pitchfork. You can't be a farmer without a pitchfork.
Oh, no, I agree.
And this is called fluffing up the bedding. And I do this, every other all up. Make it nice and soft again. It gets kind of packed down. Now, next week, when Ms. Rip brings those chicks out, they're going to have a nice, soft, fluffy bed to sleep and grow in. And they're going to have a nice place for their food. And they're going to have plenty of water to drink it up.
Oh, perfect.
So there you have it, Ms. Rip.
This is
children
amazing.
and teachers. We're all ready for the chicks next week. And
All right.
Granddad can't wait.
We've got our job right now. We've got to keep taking care of those chicks and keep letting them grow and get healthy. And then we'll be able to transport them next week over to the farm. We can't wait.
Well, maybe you can check in after they get settled into their new home. You can check in again on a Zoom meeting. And we can see how they're doing.
Let's do that. Let's do that. And not obviously next week we'll be delivering, but then maybe the following week or something like that, we'll do another Zoom field trip with you so then we can see how they're doing. Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Okay. Well, I think we've done a lot of good work this morning.
I think so too. I think our time is up, Mr. Weaver. Thank you so much for all of your help in helping us learn more about where our chickens from last year went and where our new chickens are going to go this year as well.
You're all very welcome and have a very, very good day and a wonderful weekend.
All right, everyone, can you guys give some warm waves and thank yous to Mr. Weaver? Yes! Oh, I see it. I see they're all waving. Oh, I love it. Thank you so much, Mr. Weaver. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.